Hello everyone, my name is Roya, and today I will be telling you all about the 4 books that I read in the first half of July. First one I'm going to talk about is A Crown of Swords by Robert Jordan. This is, of course, our waddle-along, read-along book of this month because it is the 7th book in a series, and this is the 7th month that we've been doing this read-along, so I really enjoyed this one. Some really amazing stuff happened, especially involving my favorite pairing. Yeah, they finally got together, basically, after, like, months, or rather books of not seeing each other at all, and I was wondering what the heck was gonna happen, and so some stuff made me really happy about this book. This book was pretty badass overall, and yeah, so our live show about this book, if you have read it and would like to join us, is going to be on the last Saturday of this month. I believe that's the 28th, and there will be a live show announcement coming up soon, so just stay tuned for that for more information, but it will be here on this channel because the last one was on Jade's channel, so anyway, hooray. The other backlist title that I read this month was Sorcery Rising by Jude Fisher, and I enjoyed this book partly, but it was also kind of a disappointment. So it is about these two peoples who don't like each other very much, and their cultures are very different and whatnot, and they get together for this fair that's happening between both places, kind of, and basically, it revolves around mostly this girl who is there to sell weapons, and she gets involved in all sorts of crap and basically almost gets killed because of getting blamed for some stuff that she actually did and some stuff that she didn't really do and all kinds of crap. So then it also revolves around a woman who has no memory, who is traveling with a mapmaker dude, and she doesn't really know anything about who she is or why she's there or why she doesn't have any memories. The faults that I had with this book, because it was really interesting overall and it did do kind of a good job of, having a really good story, but I just really thought that the character points of views were broken up just too much. It wasn't like one chapter is one person's point of view or anything like that. It was like every, paragraph, like there would be a page break, and then there would be a, just a paragraph of somebody else's point of view, and then another page break, and then like just a page of someone else's point of view, etc., etc. So it was very annoying. I felt like we didn't get enough time with each character and all of that, and it was just very weird that way. I also thought that the world building could have been a little bit better with the introducing us to the different people and different cultures and whatnot, because there were times when I even kind of forgot which people a character was from, kind of stuff like that, and so it was kind of more told to us rather than shown what the differences between their different cultures was, and all of that. So I thought that could have been done better, but this book did intrigue me, and I do want to continue reading this series. Next, I did read 2 arcs of books that are not yet out. So the first one is, of course, An Assassin's Guide to Love and Treason, which I did really like. So this is about this was one of my most anticipated books of the whole year, and this is about a Shakespeare play that is really being put on because, like, as bait for because they know that there's going to be an assassination attempt on the Queen, and they are basically putting on this play because they know that an assassin is going to audition. So then it follows a dude who has to figure out who the assassin is out of all of the actors, and then also it follows a girl who is dressed as a boy because even the women's roles are played by men and all that stuff, and she is the one there to assassinate the Queen. So it's very awesome. It was so well researched. It took a while to get into. I thought that was basically its weak point for me, but I did think that it was very, very good. It's, historical fiction. And of course, the best part about it, too, is that the guy is bisexual, and because he has feelings for the girl when he thinks that she's boy, and then he still likes her when she finds out that she's a girl, and it is actually, addressed in this, that he does like men and women, so it is very awesome that way. So overall, I definitely would recommend this book. It's very awesome. And the last book that I read was another arc that comes out next month, and that is The Forest Queen. And and this is a Robin Hood retelling. And I eat up Robin Hood retellings. I absolutely love the crap out of Robin Hood retellings. I've watched like every damn Robin Hood movie, all kinds of stuff, like everything. So I really expected to love this book. However, it was so disappointing to me. And especially since this is a gender bent retelling in which the Robin Hood character is a woman, and I thought that sounded so badass. But I didn't like this book as anywhere near as much as I was expecting to. I mean, it was still okay. It had its good points. It really did. It had a few compelling characters and whatnot, but the main character was just kind of meh. And so were a lot of the other like major characters. And part of that may be because I'm a bit of a Robin Hood purist. So when I pick up a Robin Hood retelling, I'm going like, I wonder what exciting twist there will be on this aspect of the story or this aspect of the story. And so then when it's like left out completely, I'm kind of like, oh man, there's a lot that is not in this story that is in Robin Hood that I'm familiar with, and that made me kind of sad, such as like Will Scarlet. We don't really get an equivalent, etc., etc. And then the whole thing was a little bit anticlimactic. So I do think that it did a very good job of being, of kind of showing us how she kind of thinks that, how she starts thinking that robbing the rich to feed the poor is the best way to feed the poor and all of that. So that was very, very interesting that it went in depth with that. But this is not even this is like a 300-page book or less. And so I felt like a lot of the character depth was just not there. I was expecting a very action-packed adventure, and this just was not that at all. I actually felt like most of the story was filler and was very boring, and so that really bothered me and made me really sad, because I was really hoping to love this story because I love Robin Hood and every retelling that I've ever found of Robin Hood, but unfortunately this one just did not do it for me. And these are the books that I read in the the first half of July. So if you've read any of these books and have thoughts on them, let me know what you thought of them down below, and let me know what the best book you read this month is, and I will see you very soon with a new video. Bye!